face something with justice. I'm coming to speak to you anyway. You see, there's something I hate people saying I'm walking on the ground. Walk on the surface, let them see you. Walk on the surface. So what I tell you now. I say I go reach that place, so I don't get the call. So it's appointment. He said he will never give me an appointment until next week. So I really want to pour out my heart to those people so they will know where we are heading to. I have a lot of videos. I have a lot of evidence just to show them so they will start another right fight from there. It's something that nobody has to say. It's me. It's everybody. 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 I'm not putting myself alone. Everybody. This is what we want. We want justice. Winner.
Lenchi, I will call you. Please, just try to reach ordinary Amel. I don't know.
I don't want
to see anything. I will call you.
Appointment. I don't do the appointment already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nigeria Unite. Who sang that song? Sonny Okosu. Nigeria Unite. For better. I forgot her name. Remember you know, remember you know. Okay, I will find the music. Together we forever. Anyway.
I love my country. I no go lie. Now inside I'm a go live and die. When he told me so, I twist am so. He push me, I push him. I no go.
Wàá gbà yìí, ó ti gbà yìí jù, gbà síbẹ̀.
You remember that level, Baba?
I dey tell you, I don't take.
Those are when Nigeria is still Nigeria.
I tell you, man, you go market like this. Iyakudi, hello, Iyakudi, I see shop ni. You go leave your money there, carry your weight, come out.
Lazy. Nigeria, ó tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn. Ẹ bá mi tọ́. Ó dùn ó yín mọ́mọ́.
Ẹni tó ń kọrin yìí, ó dàbí pé ó wà nínú mi láàárọ̀ yìí.
Ọlọ́run. Gone are the days. Gone are the days.
I dey tell you.
Why are we here? Kí ló dé tá fi bára ń bí báyìí?
I dey tell you. Ajẹ́ká jàjà yìí ká padà ká reverse. Àwa la ní táìmù tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Mohbad ti kú fún wa.
No, do you know what I noticed? What I think is that Mohbad case is what really want to give masses voice.
Yes.
Masses has never been as combined as this on anything.
I'm telling you.
So what I say, masses mo ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rí pé a fẹ́ ní voice by all along ni. We've not combined because this thing is that I told them. I said, you people that are fighting against justice for Mohbad, you are like a tree, fighting against the wind. They win. Tree that want to fight against the wind cannot win. The wind will uproot you because 100%. The truth is that this guy is no more alive. He's not alive. So for now, he's a spirit. He knows what he's doing more than what you are doing.
100%.
What are you saying? It is obvious. No justice for Jesus. Because he's the son of carpenter. No justice for Abiola. Because Abiola was the son of what they call it, farmer. Yes. No justice for Mohbad. No justice for Mohbad. Because justice for Mohbad. It is what has really combine the past injustice on the child of what they call it, Ambelon, the child of nobody. The spirit of the child of nobody has come together to rescue Mohbad for justice. So it's not just our fight; it's a collective fight.
Collectivity fight.
Yeah.
For the youth,
yeah.
We need our voice back.
Do you know that Nigeria is so bad that activism has already been suspended in Nigeria? Yes, there's no more. Before they are activists now that always speak for people. There's no more now. Ganifa is the last activist that Nigeria had. It was the last. Showore own is on political game. He's not
Yes,
really
now, yeah.
fighting for Shorore. Is not really fighting for. He's not an activist of Nigeria. No. Falan, those Falan, no, they are. What Ganifa and me was the only. No, was Baba was Ganifa and me. Fela was also an activist. I don't know who passed on first. Was it Fela or Ganifa and me?
Fela first, then
Okay, Fela was.
Gani.
Those are the two
So
witness.
no other
My own
person
witness.
again, no other
The one I
person.
witnessed to in my own lifetime, Fela and Gani Femi are the last activists in Nigeria. Nobody else after them.
Falana is not stable. I cannot say.
Falana is not. Falana is a friend to government, Jerry. He's a friend of the government. Go see the way Baba Femi was doing now. Femi has a pail, brush everything in his boot. He said he knows that whenever I go to court at times, they have to lock him up. He said so he's always prepared. Those are what we are saying now. There are not people like that again.
Good morning, Relevant. Good morning, Lenching. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, my sister.
Cannot prosper anymore with activism because the activists are now politically oriented and corrupted.
Yes.
All the activists we have in this country now are having the vision of being a politician, of being a leader, leading in the political sector. So now they deviate all their strength and capacity into politics and cheat. Now many of them has been used by politicians. They've also want to first they've known what they've known money and they've put money as their priority. So activism cannot prosper or progress again in Nigeria. That way brought me to the saying that said, youth are now lazy. When Buhari made that comment, he was not making mistakes. Buhari wasn't making mistake. He knows what he was saying. Today we are shouting the country is not good. The country have sinned. Who made it sink? It is me and you as the youth.
They've already conquered.
Everybody wants to make the money.
They've already conquered activism, my sister. The government has already conquered activism. What they are battling now, what they are battling with now, is if you want to say the truth, they want to kill you. The truth. What they are trying to do now is that they don't want anybody to say the truth again. Because whenever you say the truth now, you will be pointed.
Yes, look at when this guy is in office.
Any truth now, you will be pointed.
Yes, look at when this guy was in office. You see, Buhari. When Goodluck was in office, Buhari stood up. Atiku stood up. They all came out with Numbu. They all went on the street of Nigeria, campaigning that the system is not good. Boko Haram is that. Boko Haram is this. When Buhari come into office, you dare not protest. You dare not go into protest because they will tear gas you. These are the same people that will look like, okay, they are activists. They understand the force of activism, but they were the one that started that.
I want to tell you one truth, my sister. Let me tell you one truth here. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to you. Get this straight. You know what really is Nigerian problem is that Nigeria don't always allow God to operate. They always dare God. I will tell you why they dare God. The Nigerian government always dare God. Look at how Jonathan promotion started from vice chairman to chairman, from chairman to deputy governor to go. Even his uprising alone supposed to shock them to the extent of the president. That is to tell you that this is my anointed child. Because that government was forcibly taken away from Jonathan, no government can do better than Jonathan in every regime. And the only alternative they have left is to go and call Jonathan, to go and bring him to the system and let him give them the orientation, because that is who God has chosen for the country. Jonathan is chosen by God. I just want you to understand one thing. The way Jonathan uprised from the vice chairman and his way of uplifting to that presidential level, it is just for you to understand that this is God working. Nobody. It is God working. But you still dare God. That who is God? It is your plan that must succeed. Eh? Obasanjo planned that because he served in Biafra war, they fought the civil war together. That after him, Jonathan Yaradua, that they fought the civil war together, will take over. Now the elderly brother died. He still went to the junior brother that come and take your senior brother post. Justice on justice. At the end of the day, justice will still prevail. But Buhari did not win the election. He was forcefully taken away from Jonathan. And Jonathan, I love him for one thing. If he has followed the advice of the Niger Delta, then Nigeria will have collapsed, or Nigeria will have been divided by now. But he calmed down. He calmed down. He just look at what he said now. Shebi he advised them recently. He said, "Look at what happened in Cameroon. The youth of the Cameroonian youth just took to the streets. They went to the parliament. They killed the speaker just because he want to retain himself with the president want to retain himself with one law."
Okay, now, sorry, let me cut it there. Can that one happen in this country?
What do you mean? He said let me tell you what he said. No, let me tell you one thing. You know what he said? He said they don't believe it can happen because they are also doing like us. That they believe how many people can rise and come and meet them. He said when the you know what? Let me tell you, to control when the liberation want to come, it's going to blow like a wind. Everybody will just rise up. You will not believe it. It's going to happen in Nigeria. My sister, don't worry. Let's wait and see.
Relevant. If not for Jonathan intervention,
let me give you one reason it cannot happen in Nigeria.
That thing will have happened though. That thing will have happened.
Let me tell you, Nigeria, you know why? Me and you does not want to be at the front line. Me and you does not want to be quiet. Me and you want to enjoy the fruit of our labor. It cannot happen in Nigeria or anywhere. Simple.
You know what I'll tell you? That's your own understanding of dimension. But you know what I'll tell you? When the torture gets, you said you don't want, you said Kuabi. Do you know? Let me tell you one thing. I will let you understand one. Share everybody used to dare police and soldier now, like as of before. You know how people are daring police and soldier now on the road? That they'll say, if you want to shoot your gun. Sure, you don't see video that they are posting. People has not as confidence as that before, but now people are ready to die. You said we are afraid. We are Oleniwa. What is that? A wind will blow one day. It's not by human. A wind will just blow. People will just reason together. I will tell. Shebi Jonathan said. He said Cameroonian, even the president, they pursued him from his house. He said you think that they don't have soldier, that their security is more solid than the one of our country here. They said they don't believe it. That he said we have been doing this thing, we are getting away, we are getting that. When it will change, we will not believe it's going to change. We just believe that's how we get away with it before. He said it will happen. He's warning them. Jonathan came to warn them. He said because everybody in the power corridor, we are always blindfolded when we are there. We don't know anything again.
Okay,
the people that around us are supposed to advise us. Go
to your comment section right now. You will see how many people will tell you, but now religious problem. I'm not there. I'm not part of this. Look at the people that was there earlier. They have dropped. People have run away because you are talking about politics and Nigeria and government. This is the country we are.
No,
Nigeria.
Do you know what I'll tell you?
Start warning you now. That please, can you change topic?
Let me tell you what you don't understand, my sister. Let me tell you one thing. You see, this justice for Mohbad. I tell you, he's going to bring something out of the youth. this justice for Mohbad is going to bring. They will not prepared. They will. They have their plan with this justice. They have their plan, but they will not know. They will not believe what will happen. They will not believe it. It's going to be like. What they call it. How will I put it? Oyima kowo. Oba kowo loyi. I don't know how to say that in English because me take English. Sorry mo. Ori mi ti gba pẹ̀lú ẹ. What I'm going to tell you is that it's going to turbo them because God has a plan with this Mohbad's death. I tell you, they always dare God. When Mohbad came to music industry, as usual, they believe they can just turn him around and just do and get away with. They've been doing many things now with many star artists. Look at what Mohbad caused them. They will not know. That's how Nigerian government too will do something. They will not believe it will strike. And it will strike on them. That's how it is. God is powerful than human being. They see God. People just believe that maybe if it no. They see God. The wind still blow, the rain still fall. So they see God. Let's just wait. They will just think that is this Mohbad case? Let's just give them this just kind of. This is a lie. And from there, something better will come up.
Good morning, Mr. Relevance.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. I've been enjoying your line of thought, and some I key to it, some I will object it. Fundamentally, let me say, okay, personally, no matter what, if this country is to be liberated, we have to identify one thing. Whether we like it or not, take God aside. You see, that word God, that image God, that supernatural being that is called God, we seem not to understand how God works. We have mentally, that God has been used to brainwash, to blindfold, and to give us negative orientation at revolting against powers, humans, that are oppressing, suppressing the will and the wishes of the people. I keep telling people, I said the origin of Islam is from Arab. If any Arab nation should kick against or should act against the principle of Saudi, they will not say, oh yeah, let us go and pray at Kaaba. They will face them fire for fire and show their supremacy. They don't wait. Even the best friend of Saudi Arabia is United States, a nation that we call that is full of immorality. Most Arabian nations don't like Saudi Arabia just because there is something in politics they call hegemony. They are the top, and others they consider them to be lower than them. So even if any small nations or any nation within the Arab nations try to at least vex muscles against the Saudi, they call on America, invite America for support to deal with them. So they don't. It's not about God come and fight for us. Now, a clearer example is this. Origin of Christianity is from Israel. And ever since I was born, there have been Israel-Palestinian war. Israel feels Palestinians are encroaching their land. Israel feels the Palestinians, they need to be checkmated. They need to be put where they belong. They don't go to church to pray. They don't gather themselves for revival. When they want to deal with Palestinians, they deal with them decisively with what God has given them. Unless Nigeria, first move of our liberation, unless Nigeria realizes unless Nigerians will realize the fact that the determinant of our future is in our hand, unless our consciousness is aroused to the level that, okay, God has given us. You see, part of our problem, let me say, one of our major problems are these religious leaders who have brainwashed us, who, when we have problems that we need to deal with, they will tell you fast and pray, come for convention, come for prayer, come for this. They, even those who are suppressing us will be there, and they will be given special treatment to come to the podium to address you. People whose hands are not clean, who have turned the fortunes and the blessing of this nation to become something that as a tool of punishment to us. I can't imagine myself, I'm sorry to say, being in a gathering and one of these useless politicians, because of the money either a pastor or a man are getting from them, I will be at the congregation praying, God come and do this, God come and do that, and whenever they get there, they usher them with every round of applause, usher them to the podium and ask them to come and give us some one or two words of encouragement. They will tell you we are working. They will tell you don't worry, tomorrow will be this. They will tell you don't worry, by the end of this year a dollar will become 50 naira. That is what God has given. That, as in all those things. Whereas these are people who are enemies of progress. Any nation that puts religion above humanity will never progress. China does not have religion. We know where they were some years ago, and we know where they are now. It is not that God does not exist. God has completed his job. Even calling God for a problem we can solve ourselves is undermining the power of God. It's even an embarrassment to God himself. God has perfected his work. The only thing we owe God is just to thank him for what he has given us. Don't you know that any country apart from this country Nigerians go to, we always excel. They don't respect our country, but they respect Nigerians. Nobody respects Nigeria as a nation, but they respect Nigerians because of the level of our intellect and the level at which we handle situations. We are special being, but the way we are being administered, the way we are being tutored, the way our system has encroached our sensitivity is a very big damaging cause to the progress of this country. And that's why in the case of Mohbad, we feel touched, we feel bothered. And we are talking because it concerns individual. Let us be sure that certain particular government is involved. You see everybody, we cannot win them, we don't want to die, as my sister have said, I don't want to do this, but because we are sure this thing involves certain individual, even if it has the interest of one government official or the other, not that any government is directly involved, but when the government is involved, we try to run back. And either on Sunday and on Friday, our pastor, our imam will tell you, you cannot help God. Don't fight for God. God is at work. They will start giving us one history of Syria that I read in the Bible, and it didn't happen in my presence. They will be telling you one story of Muhammad said to his people that was not in my presence when there was famine in Syria, and overnight, like a miracle, like a magic, a bag of rice became. Was I there? I wasn't there. I read about it. How practical are these things? How did we plan? If we don't plan, we cannot gain. Do we plan to get rice at the rate of 5,000 or 10,000 naira per bag? We never planned. We are yet to start the planning. Today, rice is being sold for not less than 80,000 naira per bag. And one pastor, you go to church today we'll go to Jumat, on Sunday we'll go to church. They will be telling you, don't worry, by this time in August, a bag of rice will be sold for 20 or 15,000. Be rest assured, we'll be living on hopeless hope. We'll be living on an unplanned hope. My brother, it's quite unfortunate that our conscience have been captured unless we liberate ourselves from the shackles and manacles of hypocrisy.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
My brother, do you know what I'll tell you?
Yes.
If you don't know today, let me just give you a little clue. I understand. I am not somebody that see God as a supreme being that is bigger, that is no. God, my own God is nature. Me, I've known that God is nature a long time. I've not, even my pastor, whenever they talk, I don't tell them that, sir, if you believe God is a spirit that is like human being, I don't reason like that. Me, nature is my own God. Nature, it has been a long time that because you know what I'll tell you. If you read Bible and you can, like I wrote, like I got, there's some platform I've already made some, I made some analysis about God that, oh, do you know that the most, I said, if you are talking about God, where I can tell people are saying God is uncomparable, I said I have something that I can compare God with. They said what? And this earth that we are. So
Hello,
when I was
brother.
saying,
Hello,
wait,
brother.
you know what I
Hello,
was telling you?
brother. Sir.
Let me tell you one thing. It's the people that always sit down and listen and reason with whatever they had about the teaching of God. That me, I use my own personal understanding and natural wisdom. I don't base myself on listening to you. You are talking that no.
Thank you.
When I want to know
Thank you
God,
very
God found
much.
himself
Thank
for
you
me
very much.
personally.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So
Let me just say this. You see, I don't belong to any church that ridicule God.
yeah,
I keep telling people, I say, look, bring the best that you recognize as a pastor, or bring the greatest Islamic cleric in this country. I don't have respect for them. I will never, because what we understand in this country is religion. We don't know God. We don't know God. You see, I will not ridicule God. God is so supreme that anyone will tell you about him. There is God. God has perfect, even the water you talk about, someone created water. Water did not spring from the air. Water did not spring even from nowhere. Someone created that water. Even if you read philosophy, there is a part in philosophy that is called epistemology, the theory of God. Even when they said there is no God, they try to put some things in perspective. Like we put down a ball, and ball is there, nobody kicks the ball. You say you believe in something that happened, it's something that will happen before something happen. You put a ball down and all of a sudden you just see the ball rolling. What happens? That means air is doing its job by blowing the ball to movement. But you have forgotten, you only know the air. Do you know who controls the air? That is where God supersedes every thought. There is God, no doubt. But God has finished his job. It's like we are ridiculing God. I say, look, I liken Nigerian problem to a situation whereby God has given you power, wisdom, everything to buy food, to work and to earn money, to buy food in the house. And you wake up in the morning, you are hungry. There is gas in the house. There are food stuff in the house. Even you have soup in the house. You now kneel down and say, God, I'm hungry. Come and give me food. God, I'm hungry. Come and give me food. God, I'm hungry. Come and give me food. I'm hungry. Come on. Is it God that will go to the kitchen and prepare your food? That is the level at which we refer God to. America, their slogan is "In God we trust." But whenever they want to do whenever anybody misbehave, they have their standard rules and order. That okay, it's not because you are a pastor, not because you are an imam, or because you are a special being. They deal with you decisively based on their human laws and human judgment that God has
yes.
given them to drive out their punishment and their practices. But in Nigeria of today, hey, everything we do, even if they want to embezzle money, they will say, let us pray in Jesus' name. Even if after someone had killed someone, armed robbers will be going on operation, they will say, let us pray. They will kill somebody and say, let us we shall pray. I don't know. the level we have ridiculed this God that we think we are serving. We are not serving God. We don't know anything about God.
Yes.
We only know practices and principles of our of what has brainwashed or what has affected our thought, until we rise up to accept reality and to take the bull by the horn, that look, we want to. I cannot talk without referencing to the theory to NSAS. NSAS has been a thing that really touched my heart, because it got to a stage that the Nigerian youth had to rise up and say, we want to liberate ourselves against all odds, without even considering anything.
We just want to stay in the comment section and be looking, and then
We don't want, they never wanted to. Okay, they didn't consider, if you like, bring your bullet, if you like, bring your missile, if you like, bring anything you want, if it's atomic bomb. But we want to ensure, like, China was like a nation of disorder like this in the past. But when there was a time the youth of China rose, I think in one square like that, they rose and said, we want our education to be affordable. We want our education to be free. We want our government to listen to the cry and the clamors of Nigerian students. They gathered. But the then government, I cannot pick what really happened. My narrative might not be right, but they crushed over 10,000 students with tractors and machines. They were ready to die, and they gave up their life. In Nigeria, like my sister said, I don't want to die. We don't want to die. If you don't want to die, that thing you are running away from will eventually kill you. That thing you are saying you don't want to die for, it's even killing us one by one. It's killing us one by one.
It's killing us in thousands. It's not one by one. Do you know how many people that are dying on the Mediterranean Sea? It's killing us thousands. Not one by one.
We don't even need to go to the Mediterranean Sea. I cannot travel on road from Lagos to Abuja.
So what are we saying?
Look, I had a recent experience with one man. I was at the airport, wanted to board a plane to Abuja. The plane came in, as in we didn't get it on time. I was there waiting. Are we going to fly this night? Are we going to? This man, very big man, a big man. I think he was having an appointment probably with the governor or deputy governor of Ondo State. This man was like, how do I do it? Let me just, no, Ekiti State. Yeah, let me go. This man was just going up and down, and I was standing looking. When will this plane come? The man just said, which airline am I trying to board? I told him. He said, he's waiting for the same airline. No. I said, sir, I don't know. But he said, are we sure this airline will come? I said, I've asked them at their point. They said the airline will definitely come, no matter how late it is. This man said, I pray this airline will come. And I asked him, where are you going? He said, Abuja. I said, if it doesn't come, we'll go tomorrow. He said, I cannot. It must come tonight. That I'm still going to Ekiti. You are going to Ekiti and you boarding Abuja airline. He said, yes, that he had already booked a flight from Abuja to either Ondo or Ekiti. That he had to board from Lagos to Abuja. I said, why? He said, the road is terrible. The road is terrible. That even the person he called and said, man, I don't think I can't get a flight, or should I be coming? He said, come for what? On road, please don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try to come. Just wait till you board your plane to Abuja. Then the Abuja flight will take you down to this place as you have booked. What I'm trying to say is that Lagos to Ekiti here, that is less than 5 hours, is not safe for us in Nigeria. That someone had to board to Abuja before you connect down there. It has been generated to that level that even I'm coming, a whole Marco Polo bus they could kidnap the entire passengers, and anyone that they can decide to kill everybody or kill whoever they want to kill. That is to tell you that what we are running away from is now
it's
catching us.
already at our door. It's already at our door.
So
let me
are we talking of hunger?
There's something that is going on now in Lagos State. There's something that is going on now, Mr. Dre. Whenever anybody want to travel from Lagos to either Ilorin or either Osun now, from Lagos, so I swear down, they will go and book an escort. All these big men, that's what they do now.
Yes.
They will go and book an escort.
This man, he had every resources to have an escort. He was even still scared.
Yes, now.
He was scared that, okay, if I go as a person, I said, sir, if it's me, I have to go. I'll just wear one short and one rough shirt. And join public bus. He said, even the public bus you are joining, you don't know what will happen. He told me that in December, a friend or his very close friend was kidnapped on this Lagos Benin road. That his friend was kidnapped, and people that were kidnapped together, they took them to one bush like that. They communicated to them and asked for ransom. They were speaking to the man. They took the ransom. They took the ransom to these kidnappers. They gave them the ransom instead of giving them their captive. His friend. He said, since December, they never heard anything from them, and you cannot call them. That's to tell you that even with the ransom, they can still kill. They will collect your money, they will kill that person. That's to tell you the level at which our country has degenerated.
Yes, sir. Well, you know what I will tell you. The new track I've just released, just because of your explanation here, I'm going to try to just mime it. Biggie man, they laugh. Poor man, they cry. Government turn to lion. Politicians are hyenas. Soldier man are python. Police na cheetah. Help me wake up my brother. Ghetto turn to jungle. For Nigeria, my country. Ghetto turn to jungle. Bloody civilian antelope. Ghetto turn to jungle. Government workers vulture. Ghetto turn to jungle. Archbishop na ocean sharks. Ghetto turn to jungle. Imam na crocodile. Ghetto. That's why I sing am. Everybody, is now
ghetto no longer. How do I put it?
No, ghetto turn to jungle. We're now in jungle now.
It's not ghetto that turned to jungle. It's the city. The city has turned to jungle.
No, ghetto no la tele. Now we dey get
ghetto
we did before.
So it's not about one particular politician, Jonathan, Buhari, Tinubu, or all of them useless or whatever. But the future and the let me say to correct Nigeria and to put Nigeria in the right perspective is not in anybody's hand. It's in the hand of the people. Until you and I take the bull by the horn and hold the mantle of reformation, Nigeria will continue to be like this. See the drama. Even look, there can never. I'm not a fan of Buhari or APC or whatever. But the thing is, there can never be a politician that will be trusted or Nigerians can be hopeful for like Buhari. Not again. I've not seen it. Before, when Buhari came on board, everybody was like, yes, a change has come. Yes, we can now go and sit down because we are trusting this man. He's going to turn Nigeria around. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But we never knew that even the hope that we had is like a trap that will put us in a deep dungeon of punishment. So unless we hold it by the horn and accept to give the sacrifice. Fine, it can cost us anything, but let me tell you one thing: history and posterity should be our concern. That even if it goes this way, at least after me, what people will say that I was among those. See the way we are losing our soldiers. See the way we are. If we have soldiers who are to protect us from territorial invasion, and they are being murdered and killed just like animals, just like ram, just like goats. Look, is that not free access for any external capturing to take over our land? Our land is no longer safe. I know how much we buy garri now, just because farmers cannot go to farm. That's the worst that can happen to any nation. You see, we can say, this is expensive, this is that, Nigeria is like this. When there is no food security in a country, it is the worst thing. That you will have money like this, and to get what to buy becomes a problem. Every product you buy in Nigeria now is now being adulterated, is now being as a fake. I recently bought toothpaste. Immediately I opened the toothpaste, I tasted the toothpaste, I saw, oh God, it has become this level. The quality of everything we buy in Nigeria has been reduced to the barest minimum, while the prices keep skyrocketing. If you buy something last week and you are going there to buy it this week, it's a different price. So with all this that we have been trying to rub minds, Nigerian problem, it's so complex that our individual sacrifice, when we bring it together to become a collective one, is the only solution. It's not the politicians. We saw what the Senate did recently. See the way they are sharing our fortunes. One pin life was over, one jump pin, one day to learning. Our future, our life, our future, our life. One pin, someone to be one. This one collected 100 billion. That one collected 50 billion. This one collected so billion. Can you imagine? Where is our conscience? And this is a I'm coming, man. This is a house of just 96 senators. 90, is it 106 or 109? 109 people. They share our future. Our future. If the executive is being televised the way they do their operations, also, you will be surprised. Those in government, both the executive and the legislative, they are less than 1,000. They are less than 1,000. See the way we are being. They are being told with our future, with our destiny, with the future of the generation yet unborn.
Adedake aláàfẹ́kú tó yẹ kí gbogbo wa èmi tí ẹ ń sọ nǹkan you know what I will tell you, my brother. Me, I'm ready to submit my life. I'm still just waiting for something. You know what I'm waiting for? There is no government. Almost 70s ni mi o. I was born in 70s. I swear down. Níwájú platform mo ti ń swear. If a governor of my state should be a 70th generation, I swear, èmi máa dúró dè mí wait, I dey wait ni o, torí mo lọ follow many things, mo rí kódà pé generation by generation ni. In my own generation turn to be a governor in my lifetime, ẹni ẹ máa mọ̀ pé mi yẹn zi, ó máa mọ̀ pé mo wà alive.
But I mean, what I will tell us is that as far as this country is concerned, nobody has a life. The only thing we have is just
God bless you.
We think we have a life, or we think we don't have a life. So unless we risk whatever is inside us, because I don't think we have a life. I'm sorry to say, I don't think we have a life. I'm about to go out now. If you see the way I'm sweating, no light, nothing. I ran generator from yesterday till now. I know how much it has cost me. Again, we'll still keep running generator on daily basis. For how long? Look, this one will come and promise El Dorado. Another one will come and promise you paradise. This one will come and promise this. At the end
Now
of
why
the day,
where the rivalry then they do? You don't get private jets. I never get. No, you could where the rivalry don't say.
the situation keeps getting worse and worse and worse by the day.
They are less concerned about any country. They are just there. Oh, Akpabio. Sorry, do you know what the former senator? I think he has about 24 something streets in Dubai. I want to have my own private. Do you remember one thing? It was when I just realized. I just remember this now. When Buhari daughter had the wedding, that all the governors are afraid of the road because of the Boko Haram there. Private jet are flying that day. Even my own state governor, Dapo, he took private jet to where they had the wedding. Every governor went there with private jets. I was just like, in Nigeria, private jet is now our executive Okada. Private jet is now our executive Okada.
Relevant. Let me say something to you guys. You see, we have been in the street. Orilo Yomi. By now, yẹ kí wọ́n ní pé ọ̀tá mi ti wà ní kirikiri àbí mo ti end, mo ti pa by now, but Grace Oriyomi, na my second name. See, I want to tell you something. We know we've been into this politics for a long time, and the system has been corrupted before 2020. As in, during my days in the let's say student unionism, okay, we were this set that if you like, bring your billion. I'm talking about 2010, 2011. God bless Comrade Yinka Gbadebo. He was my president that year in NAS. Be you anybody in this country, you cannot bribe us and they will accept. We must fight that fight and make sure you do the right thing, no matter the university, no matter the institution you are heading. That year, Abuja university students were sitting down on the floor to take lecture. We put an end to it. It was my set. I was at the front line with my president, Gbadebo Yinka. We walked throughout from Wada University to Secretariat in town with strength.
Please, relevance, please.
I'm coming, ma'am.
No, I said relevance, you please mute.
Okay, ma. Now, but do you know that I'm going to give you experience what I have seen. The NAS we built, the activism we built from 1990s to 2010-11 has now become a business avenue for our today's youth. The youth we have now in NAS, they will tell you who want to die. I beg, if money no come out from there, I know they go. If you cannot take any youth on a struggle or on a movement to go and dialogue or to go and protest, that you will not be seeing them in his presence, in his front first. You must say to him, let me leave that of the youth. Now our political sector now, they want to do anything. They will come and call NAS youth. NAS, come and do this thing for us. I will give you example. 2026, back 2006, yeah. When they picked Mace at the National Assembly, what did they do? They went to employ the NAS youth to went and pick Nigerian Mace, national Mace from the chamber of the senators. And it was the youth that they used, and they paid them money. In my time, you cannot do that thing to any government, no matter what is happening in the government system. Now, every election of NAS today, they must have a political godfather. Okay, now Osibanjo be the godfather of Mr. A. Now also Buhari be the godfather of Mr. B. We go show them who get money pass. How can this country grow? Now we begin to recruit criminals in the mind of youth. We begin to recruit youth into criminology. They begin to think about money first, not the good of the country as youth. Let's discuss the youth. They are the problem right now. We are the problem.
Hello, ma.
These people are old people. They are using us to get what they want.
Hello, ma.
And now we have been handicapped.
Okay.
We've been handicapped. They've tied us with the chain of crime. Look at this girl, Better. That we're happy that God has given us a female minister. She's going to help us. A young girl of 36 years. She got there between 6 months. She embezzled 44 million naira. Kilo Fisher, 6 months in office. Oti embezzled 64 million. 44 million
Dollars.
naira. Dollars, sorry.
Not naira.
Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Do you
Hello,
understand?
ma.
A lot of evil. Yes, sir.
You see, what you just said is that you did your analysis on a peripheral level. The decadence of student struggle or youth struggle in Nigeria is way back. It's way back. You see, the answers that I said I love it because those concerned, the Nigerian youth took it upon themselves to fight what they think is wrong and what they think is not proper to them. But what I will tell you is this. I will never like the way at which Enters came on board because it has its own deficiencies. Part of the deficiency is that majority of Nigerian youth keyed into it because they were not allowing them in a free flow of Yahoo show of wealth. I can tell you that. You see, that Yahoo, when it came to Nigeria, it's one of the major things that has killed our activism, our focus as Nigerians and as Nigerian youth. Way back, student unionism, when it used to be the unionism that gave orientation to some of us. In the days of Philip Shuaib was a contemporary, Daniel Onje, Senator single-handedly, as in he came to me, begging me that I should help him to become NAS president. A lot of them like that. I could remember the likes of my godfather, Obesere. You see, all these things. But when we are now, because Yorùbá máa ń sọ kíní kan, wọ́n ní òòṣà tẹ́ bá ń ṣe tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá fi hàn ọmọ, òòṣà yẹn máa parun. But we must also know that only if ọmọ is interested. If Omo is interested, when you are trying to like teach the student or give them orientation that okay, this is how you can change the country, this is how the country should be. One of them should just come with a very nice car and be gallivanting around the campus, oppressing them. They will be asking, how does he make his money? They try to leave the basis and join that circle of okay, let us run after the wealth. In our own time, when we wanted to write WAEC, you ask us anything about the course we want to, even don't ask us what is economics. By the time we start with you on what economic is, you will be the one to say it's okay, because we'll be there with you for 30 minutes explaining what economics is to you. But go and ask students of today, what is this, what is that? Today, how many of them are focused in what they are meant to focus? They have been bought by shadows of what will not last them. They have been carried away by almost secondary school to iPhone 14, 15.
Expect from such person.
As in, I've go to the midst of secondary school girls.
My brother, what is that? They don't beat them again in school now. This child don't beat secondary school. They don't beat them again, no.
As in, you see
them.
No. Tobati Jade school, go and see the golden necklaces that the girls will be wearing.
No teacher ever cane any child again now in school.
We have lost touch. Go to, that is why, though Western education, as in taking children abroad, might not be what should be encouraged, but it's the best because students will be made, even if they don't beat them as well, but you will be made to do what you're supposed to do. You go for sporting activity at the right time. You study your books. You
Oh,
study
bàbá
your
ẹ̀kan
books.
sọ ni kò lè ràn kò lè ràn. Ìkọ́ńtì là ń sọ yìí. Èèyàn mélòó fẹ́ lọ sí abroad? Ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀.
No, no,
Ẹ jẹ́ ká
no.
sọ̀rọ̀.
No, I'm just saying that we have lost touch. We have lost touch. This generation is something else. We are talking of our own that we are not doing the needful. Try to have a foresight of what becomes of this country in the next 30, 40 years when all these children becomes adults. How do you think the nation will be? How do you think
Which
this
country
nation
are
will
we?
be? We still can sit down and discuss Nigeria. We have been discussing Nigeria long before now. How many Nigerian youth, how many Nigerian children are gathering together to discuss the future of this country, or that even know what is obtainable, or what is needed for this country to be better?
As if it's not this life we are living before.
Abi,
20
me
you
years old
don't.
boy will be
Even
struggling to build
everybody's
house.
children is not even
20 years old boy will be struggling to build house.
one child or the other. Everybody's
Hey,
children. We have lost touch. We have lost
Yes,
enjoyment.
let me even burst your bubble. You are talking about which youth or student today will be thinking about the forwardness of the country. Let me tell you, when Becca did what she did by stealing money, everybody was screaming better, 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 better. Do you know in my community there are still boys, my youth, that will tell me like, Mama, forget this the way you dey talk so. If I go there, I go do worst. Them we don't pack the money, we don't show us the way. We go arrest them. That's the mentality
Imagine.
we're fighting. That's the
That's their mentality.
Let me say this, please. Let me say this. In this case of mohbad, there is one of okay, don't let me say it the way you it will be like I'm busting it directly. There is one person who needed a lawyer. He had a lawyer and he was telling his lawyer, barrister, please, I have a matter, come and appear for me. The lawyer said, if you don't pay me my money, I will not go. This matter is sensitive. Even if I'm owing you, I will pay you. You know I don't have money now. He said you have to go and look for the money. If you don't pay me, I'm not representing you and I'm not standing in for you. I was like, what do we do? I'm sorry to say, I had to run around, beg people, please let us help this person to at least for him that okay, when he gets there, he should have representation or whatever. Now I now saw a senior lawyer. I said, now this your profession, you get as a BO. That a lawyer was to represent a client. And what he said was, if he doesn't pay her his money, that he's not going to represent that person. So he now said, can you imagine that they teach them in the law school that if you have someone who is in problem and money is involved, leave that money and focus on saving or rescuing that person. That law profession is more of humanity than financial gain. And I said, if that is true, I was thinking law is also like Nigerian police, because if you ask anybody who claim to want to join Nigerian police, they won't tell you I want to join police because I want to protect Nigerians. They will I'm going to police because I want to policeman will never go broke. Every day they collect money. Even if you don't have money, just wear uniform and stay on the road. That's to tell you the mentality of Nigerian youth and the way we run things. Every Nigerian police, every last mile official, every civil defense, I think, sorry to say, there is still a bit of discipline with civil defense. I can attest to that. All these traffic people, road safety. Why do Nigerians join now? They join because they want to be making daily money. daily money, not because they want to protect or they want to protect law and order.
Sanitize. They are not
No,
sanitizing anything.
they are not sanitizing anything. They are not sanitizing anything. Even if you break the law, they have a station that is official and they have part of the station that is unofficial. Even if they take you to their office, they have a receipt they will give you that is from government. They have another receipt that they give you that is from the caucus. So everything in Nigeria is so lopsided. Everything in Nigeria is so frustrating that if you take Nigerians outside abroad or you take them to go and live somewhere, unless I don't know because I try to look at it that okay, if you are in Nigeria we behave like animals, but once you step out of Nigeria we become orderly. I try to look at what's the problem.
Gracie.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello. Good morning. Please, I'm very, very sorry. So just let me quickly chip in something based on that. I think the problem is our system, the government. You see, something happened 2 years ago. I was in Lagos. I live in France, okay? So I was driving through that Yaba area. I took one way. I didn't know because I don't live there. They took my vehicle and they took us, we went to Ikeja. When we got there, you know, these people, our government, they come to Europe, they go to America, they go all around the world. They know how it works there. So when you commit a crime, like driving crime, you take wrong way or one way, or you did something wrong, you get a fine for it. If they should let you go, they will let you go. If they will impound your vehicle, they will impound your vehicle. But you know what will happen immediately. But that day, when we got to Ikeja, we were just there. They took the vehicle inside and they said everybody should go outside. No communication, nothing was said to me. They didn't tell me anything. They just asked me to go and stay outside. And there were lots of people there. Some were crying, saying their vehicle has been there for the past days. They didn't even know what to do. They should go to Oshodi to go and do something. They will collect the paper there, you know. Eventually, I had to call a friend who is a military officer. He came there immediately in uniform, and immediately saw the guy. They were like, okay, give us something. So I left that place within 2 hours, and I was very happy, but at the same time, very sad. Because I saw other people that couldn't do, that doesn't have the opportunity to call, they don't have anybody. You understand? So I'll have the opportunity to call somebody who bail me out, who help me out. But what about those people? They were just there crying and they didn't know what to do. Why can't you just tell them, this is your offense? This is your offense. This is how much you have to pay. This is what you have to do, and go and do it. It's just as simple as that. So the government is the one encouraging these people to be doing all these things. The road safety, the LASMA, blah, blah, blah. It's very annoying. Yes,
You
sir.
have a very
The man that did, the people that did this thing, is it Mr. President? Is it not youth like me
Exactly.
and you?
It's not the president.
I'm coming. Is it not the police? It's not the youth like me and you? That is what we're
Exactly.
talking about.
They are the ones.
my
We the
sister,
youth
don't
are the
misquote.
problem.
Don't go that way.
No. I'm going that way because that is where we need to resolve the problem. Relevant. The day you stop blaming government and blame yourself and fix
When you
the
leave
problem,
Nigeria now
is the day
and you
we
go
will be
abroad,
safe.
when you leave this country and you go abroad, the only reason why you follow the process and the law of abroad is that government has already made it the policy to relevance and to be followed. That's why
Okay,
you go there. You
relevant, calm
follow
down. The
Let me
last
tell you
time,
one thing. In Nigeria,
calm down now. Me, I want to tell you something with
Relevant.
evidence right now.
in Nigeria,
Calm down now, relevant. I want to tell you something with evidence now.
It is the government.
Hold on with
It
me.
is the government.
Oluoma, calm down. Oluoma, calm down. I will tell you it's not the government, it's the people. We are the problem.
Okay.
The government have passed the law. There are law guiding the Nigerian police, and we all know that. Do you get? But who is supervising
Yes.
those laws? Who is supervising those laws? I'm asking you. It's not we the citizen. It's not we
It's not we.
the police.
See, it is the God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would disagree a little bit on that.
Commissioner of police not the youth. Commissioner of police not the youth. Commissioner of police not the youth.
Let me just say something. Let me just say something, please. Let me just say something, please. You see, when you have a company, if you have a company, no, if you have
was made by Nigerian government.
Relevance.
When they put on the road, every citizen obey traffic light. It is this government that will come that they will pass. They are the one that will pass. When they pass, they give the influence to people. It's the government that will break the law that they made themselves. Who started black tinted glass? Was it not government? Has it not rampant?
See, relevance.
Break laws.
Relevance. You see, if you have a company, if you have a company, in your company, okay, you say, okay, you have something like, let's say, hotel. And in your hotel, you say, I am the director of this hotel. You as the gate man, these are your duties. These are your duties. The manager, these are your duties. Receptionist, this is what you should do. And you should have somebody monitoring all those things. You put down the rules and regulations. If any one of them is not performing his or her duty, then you remove them. You change them. So it is the duty of the government, because we elected them into power. Okay, it is their duty to do the necessary, because people are very stubborn. It is not only in Nigeria, so go to anywhere in the world. You see, there are stubborn people everywhere. It is the duty of the government to make sure the law, that people abide to the law. So if they are not capable of doing that, then they should resign and put people that are capable of doing it there. It's just as simple as that. Why can't they fix electricity in Nigeria? Why is it so difficult? They can do it if they want to. And I repeat, if they want to. They can do it. It is because they don't want to do it.
It is very simple that these our governments will go outside country. They will go to Western world. They will leave the Nigeria.
Relevance. Why can't they ask the question? We have doctors, nurses, professionals living Nigeria every day, traveling abroad.
Wait, I want
why
to check
can't
this
they ask themselves? Why are they going outside the country? What are they going to do? It is very simple. Yeah.
Okay, now let me tell you something, Oluomo. I want to tell you a short story that happened.
They will bring it upon us here in Nigeria. They will bring us upon us. They don't know how much the government has placed their policy.
Relevance. You see, the problem is very annoying when all these things. Sorry, ma. It's very annoying, because in Nigeria we have a lot of problems. For example, we talk about the issue of religion. Let me just quickly chip in something there. I am a Muslim, and I'll remain a Muslim. But you see, I want to give you a very good example. Mommy Rich Grace, God bless you, ma. I've been following you since all those days. You've always been going up and down, fighting, justice for mohbad. But we have lots of that, the GOs, mommy GOs, people well known that mommy Rich Grace in Nigeria. What are they doing about justice for mohbad? Have you ever had any one of them come out and say, okay, we want justice for this person, this is not good, this is good? No, they wouldn't do that. Have you ever seen any big imam in Nigeria talk about it? They won't talk about it. It is very, very sad. You see, we just talk about everything in God, Nigeria. There is God. For me personally, I do not believe there is God up there, because God cannot be up there watching over the 220 million people in Nigeria, over 1 billion people in China, over about 400 million people in the USA, watching over everyone. God is in you. It is the way you take it. Your conscience is you. You see, for me, I believe that the Spirit of God exists. The spirit of the devil also exists. Both of them cannot live together. You either choose one. You're gonna choose one. That is why you see some people, when you kill ordinary mosquito or insect, they'll feel very, very sad. But some people will kill human being. They will kill human being, or they will accuse them of doing something bad. You will still see them on Sunday. You'll be singing a dependable God. They'll be singing dependable God. And they will go and meet one pastor. They will pray for them. They will go all around mosques, schools. They'll be sharing gifts, doing sarah. God will punish all of them. God doesn't function that way. So in Nigeria, they just use religion to brainwash us. Here we have something we call Seku Catholic. We have Seku Islamic. That is, I don't know how to translate it in English. When you go to Seku Catholic, that is the Catholic mission, sorry. When you go there to see them, they will never ask you, are you a Christian or a Muslim? Talk less of asking you if you are Catholic. They will ask you, what is your problem? They will help you the way they can. Administratively, whatever they can do for you in their level, they will do it. And they share food to people. They don't want to know. When you see people lying on the queue to collect foodstuffs from Seku Catholic, you will see some people wearing hijab. Muslim, Christians, those that doesn't believe in God, and those that believe in God. They would ask, but go to Nigeria, go to some churches in Nigeria. They will ask you, are you our members? If you are not, even if you say, yes, I'm a member of this church, they will tell you, are you a bona fide member? Go to any mosque, they will ask you, do you used to come and pray in our mosques? You see, in Nigeria, we need to change our orientation, our way of thinking. There is, for me, I respect everybody. Whether you believe in God or you don't believe in God, that depends on you. But for me, I believe there is God. And in fact, when you go to America, when you go to other countries, go and check even Nigerian constitution. Go and look at the constitution. There are so many things in it, in the constitution, it's like, it's the same thing in the Bible and the Quran. You don't even need anybody to tell you that. The law says you shouldn't kill. The law says you shouldn't do bad things to other person. You don't even need the law to tell you that it is not good. Why are we still here talking about justice for bad, justice for bad? It is because some people out there refuse to do their job. And later they will come and say, hey, all these hosts, all these people going on TikTok, they are using it to catch crews, they are using it to make money. So be it if they are. So be it. Because if not for them, this case is dead. So if the authority has done the right thing, we wouldn't be here talking about all this thing all the time. It is very, very sad and shameful to the government. May God help us in Nigeria.
I want to say this, please, Gurex, before you summarize for us, you'll be the one to lead in this prayer section. This is very interesting.
Allow Rich Grace to talk now. I mean, you guys have.
Oh, my brother, I was actually talking before. Okay, please, mommy, go ahead. Mommy, go ahead. Young daddy, my daddy, young daddy. Young daddy.
Allow Rich Grace to talk.
Big daddy.
Allow her.
My daddy, mommy, oh yeah, sorrow.
Good morning. Thanks, young daddy. Love you. And love
mommy,
to.
You love me too, Abby. You don't. Yes.
I wanted to stay in the comment section because I've come to give my support to Lenchi. So that at least I was talking about him on my platform yesterday, just to know he's a bona fide person on justice for mohbad, and nothing will remove his legs in Jesus' name. You see, like it happened in the time of mohbad, we were just for those that were actually listening to, dancing to his song, they were just dancing, they were not listening to the lyrics. And so there's this song that also came to me. My son was the one actually singing it. I now gave it a thought, and I know that some of you know the song. Àfikọ́lọ́run dìde jà ọ́, ọ̀lẹ ni mí, mi máa lágbára ìjà. I'm sure some of you heard that song. You see, in Nigeria, especially the Yoruba tribe, Amayole o, ẹnu pọ̀ bí ti àjàkàrà ni. We are lazy, we are fearful, we don't want to die. Even Mohbad, that brought all of us to this platform, that brought us together, he shouted, I don't want to die. Nobody wants to die like that, oh. Especially the Yoruba tribe. Go and see the Hausas. They die anyhow. If it comes to, and the Igbos, they are adapted. But Yoruba, oleniwa. Now, let me tell you something. When it comes to, I've been listening to Ayaminka Ade. She's saying the truth, though. The truth is that the youth, they did quite a lot. Unfortunately, Relevance is no longer here now. I think he should do his own request and come back to come and hear, because pete mouth that is making, is Yoruba. The thing is, yes, the religious leaders, Christians, Muslims, they have failed though. They have failed. They have come to sell God to us as if God is not existing. But whether you like it or not, I am proud to tell you that God lives and forever he will be God. His sovereignty is unquestionable. His power is incontestable. He has the power. But it says in any nation where people fear and respect him, then he will attend to them. Now, it comes to the youth. You see, the aspect of God is that all the elders in governance, they must all die. Gbogbo àwọn àgbàlagbà gbọ́dọ̀ kú. Bóyá wọ́n máa fọwọ́ rọrí kú ni o, bóyá mọ́tò máa pa wọ́n ni o, bóyá plane wọ́n máa já dànù ni o. Because àgbà kì í wà lọ́jà kórí ọmọ tuntun wọ́n, is that not what they said? But àwọn àgbà ti fail. And when the head, do you understand? When the head, when it is already ruptured, the entire body will stink. That is what is happening. My cry all this while is in support of what Yinka Ade is saying. That see, what will happen? Somebody said, okay, it was Gurezi. Gurezi said, in another 30, 40 years, what will happen to the future of Nigeria? 30, 40 years is too far. 20 years from now. And our homes, they are the ones suffering it. In the days when we were young, I remember that I picked a penny. The kilometer would be over 50 or almost 70. And I got home and showed my mother. I said, I saw this money on the road. My mother said, do you know where you picked it from? I said, yes. She said I should go back and put it there. I went exactly to that place to go and put it. My mother did not follow me. Because of the fear of what motherhood is, I went there back to go and put it exactly in that spot. And I came back home. Beating now started. She disciplined me, that I cannot. Do we inculcate that type of discipline at this time anymore? We are the present day mothers, the present day elders that we have. They are the one influencing and encouraging whatsoever. A 25 years old neighbor's child brings a car home. And what do? You face your son and say, what do you know happened to that one? And you are comparing. So it is the elders first that failed, and the youth also make themselves susceptible. Because for me, I will not see a man facing me with gun and I'll be saying, kill me if you want. Because that's the situation that is on ground now. You can see that the entire system has failed from the top. And you too, make yourself up. I said it. Which party have you youth formed together? What things? That's why I asked Gurezi, okay, all of these things that we are saying, to sustain a future tomorrow, to make it good, it is you youth. Please, what have you come up as solution? These elders, they don't care. I don't know why Akpabio will be buying freezer with 2.5 billion in his community. Nitori tolong. Inada. I don't know how an Akpabio will be taking 500 million and Ningi will be saying, this is what happened. They will say, okay, chase him away. All the things that we are supposed to be looking at is that the youth is the one, that they are the firebrand. We are not saying you should die. That is where the reliance of God comes on. Yes, religious leaders, they are failed, we accept. But then what about you youth? Emi Olegba, I'm not saying I belong to your generation now because I'm approaching my 60. But then I am still strong and canvassing for a tomorrow where you yourself, you will look at it and say, no, Emi Olegba can't buy me. I read on X, Twitter, that Remi Tinubu is making jest of Nigerians abroad. They are working there, that they are doing dirty job. Do you understand? Dirty job that is bringing so much money. Why will I not go and do it abroad? Because how much do they pay for somebody who is sweeping the streets in Nigeria here? All of these are the voice of the youth, and you have to be strong. And that is where you missed it in NSAS. When you add NSAS, Oniletu Long Jombe, like Very Dark Man said, they say from there they will come and take Olosho for the night. Is that what is going to bring? This is another NSAS. So this justice for mohbad. What are we going to do? Continue to talk. Issue atenumoran ni ki njono. Until we talk, we will not keep quiet. Then they will know. And our talking should involve prayer. Because they will tell me now, Mama, today, Adura Luma aso. I want to tell you this story as I'm rounding up because I don't really want to take much of your time. I want somebody else to say something. I will tell you the story. It is in book of Isaiah. If you start reading it from 37, move on and on and on. It talks about Sennacherib. Sennacherib is a very, very strong warrior. He has never lost anything. God does not fail a battle. Sennacherib also has not failed a battle. He's strong. You are not looking for his trouble. He will come and look for you. Do you understand? So he came to this king. I've forgotten his name now. I think Hezekiah. He came to Hezekiah and he sent a messenger to Hezekiah and said, see, go and prepare for me, I'm coming. Hezekiah was so afraid, he ran to Isaiah and said, hey, there's trouble, oh, Sennacherib is coming, oh. Even Sennacherib, he told Hezekiah, he said, even God will not deliver you from my hand. He was shaking. Hezekiah was shaking, but he went to the prophet. So Isaiah told him that this is not anything. Don't worry. He took that letter and he went to put it on the altar of God. And Sennacherib came to fight that battle with Hezekiah with 185,000 soldiers. For you to know how powerful he is. Do you know what happened? God sent only one angel. Sennacherib's, all his army, 185,000 of them, they slept and they did not wake up. That is the sovereignty of God. If you cannot pray as youth, then because all this money that we are looking for, money will finish. We are not saying that money is not good, but for you to reform Nigeria so that your own children can have a place in it, it is prayer. God is sovereign. God is there. He can see in the north, he can see in the south, he can see in the west, he can see everywhere. We will not take the aspect of God. Pray that every leaders that have failed. How did Abacha died? Only one apple. Only one apple. That was the time that life was difficult in 1998 for Nigerians to live. He died. Thank you. So we have to pray. Don't take out. It is you that will help us. We are lazy. That songwriter say, we cannot. Okay, how many children do you have that you want to say that they should sacrifice them? See now, mohbad, we have not been able to get anything because they think, but thank God for the persistency of voice, and that is what is going to be. Don't let them find you in the balance of corruption, like I am Yinka Ade is saying. Don't let them find you there. If they put you in the place of, okay, accountability, be accountable. That is what. And then, when it comes to your time, in the time of Jerry Rawlings in Ghana, see what they did. Are we able to do it here? No. But we can pray that they will sleep and they will not wake up. That God will visit them in his wrath. It may come and dark cancer. Okay, I am not making jest of Akere Dolu. What's his name now? The Ondo governor that passed. Yes, somehow, if it's a problem to some people, so that is exactly what we are. I'm not making jest of him. I'm from Ondo town. It is not good to make jest of somebody that died. But if it requires that, okay, let these enemies fall down and let them get away, that the youth will now come and rule in fire. Fine, we'll continue to pray. So please, don't take us out the aspect of God. God is sovereign, and nobody is willing to die. The prayer you will pray in Nigeria is different from the one you will pray when you get to the diaspora countries like UK. I remember my stepson, he got to London. Ó lọ kọ́kọ́ sáré lọ mú charger òun lọ connect ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú náà. Ó gbàgbé pé kì í ṣe Nigeria ló ń wà because the light will not go. So it is because things are in order there. So you have to pray. We are praying. Me, that's why we insist on, let us pray. You go, me, need that. I don't have gun, I can't carry. But you have the weapon of prayer, and that is what is going to help us. So I rest my case. Please, God is there. For that, what's his name? Relevant. So Tikuro Benson. Wow. There's nothing. Everything that God has made is made, and we are made of Him. But prayers will do it. The action that you want to take is for you to be accountable and continue to talk as a voice, and let them not see unseriousness in you. Fine, you are a Yahoo boy. Must you go and do dreadlock to show your identity? I am not saying that Yahoo is good though. But you are Yahoo. You will now sag. You will now do dada. You will now put earring. I say no. That is announcing yourself in a manner that you are already saying, I am ready for cause. Because every Yahoo boy not be shake me. I am not saying that Yahoo is good. Don't mistake me. But give yourself a right identity that is right with God, so that when you pray, He can hear. So God will help us. The youth, for you to have a tomorrow. And all the changes that we are saying now, we are saying that we are crying for justice. I told you it may not be a matter of five years. It may not, but definitely as we continue to say it, we will get there. So thank you. I rest my case.
Thank you, mommy. Mommy, I wanted to say something earlier. You say this our matter what we discuss, but
Yes, ma'am.
the day Nigerians, me and my fellow youth, because mommy, you now you are an elder, you are not more a youth. At 60,
Exactly.
you're an elder. Now we the youth,
Yes.
me and
At almost
young,
60.
big daddy, nothing like young
Yeah.
daddy again. Me and you dig big daddy and Sagurexi. Me and you, the day we stop saying government is the problem, the day we stop it, that day Nigeria will begin to have solution.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Let me give you an example with a scenario that happened. Honorable Gudaji went to Brekete family last year before Buhari left office. Buhari sent him there to help him expose the atrocity that was happening in the system, in the government. We said it's the government. I want to tell that man relevant. I said it's the government, blah blah and all of that. You are the main reason why I'm saying this thing. The day we stop pointing finger on the government and face ourselves, we begin to have solution for ourselves in this country. Now, Honorable Gudaji went ahead to tell us that Buhari sent him to come and tell Nigerians. The radio they are listening to, is not the radio Nigerians, me and you as the masses listens to. The channels he watch is not the same channel me and you watch. That means they prepare his own news, his own everything separately from the one the masses are listening to. That's how far, how dangerous me and you as the youth could go. Now, are we saying that it was not the youth that this politician used to deceive Buhari? It is me and the youth. It is me and you, sorry, as youth. The person who programmed that television station for it to be playing different things from the one the masses are watching. It's me and you as youth that did that thing. Go and open door for your brother. It's me and you as youth. Now, the only problem now we are having is the day me and you we say, Oga, you cannot use me again. This thing you say I should do, I don't want it. But for the love of money, the love of get rich, work little, get rich. Okay? The love of easy work, small work, big money. Me and you will indulge in that work and we'll do it, regardless of the negative outcome it will be. Now, Honorable Gudaji went and exposed it that this is what is happening in the system. Buhari does not know anything that we are passing through. The hunger striking, the poverty, the anything that is happening, he doesn't know. Today, we are still battling that thing Buhari was fighting about. Buhari said, now the Omefele now they are dragging their setup up and down in court. On top money, billion. You will not hear million inside, it's billion. It's billion you will be hearing. It's only billion you will be hearing. And we are here buying Gary 800 naira per cocoa. You will buy Gary 15 per mudu. When did we get here? And we are blaming the government. Who are the government? It is me and you. Back in the days when Abiola and Awolowo and Co was a civilian, a normal citizen like me and you, they go out to the streets to protest, to for their voice to be heard. They shut ground. Even if you are pouring tear gas, they will put kerosene in their clothes and cover their nose. How many of us can do it? You will hear them say, "I have ulcer, I have the pneumonia, I can't face the tear gas." And the same way, we still come back here and tell you, government is the problem. Who is the government? It is me and you that is the government. So the day we stop saying government, the day we begin to have solution. Let's face the fact. Buhari have said we are lazy, and truly we are lazy. I stop going to any NAS or youth gathering. The day I realized we are not ready for change in this country. We're not ready. The country is not ready. You understand? Any small thing, you see us screening. You screen. But you cannot go and tell them to their face that, okay, this is what is happening. If me and you agree up here now, say, tomorrow we won't go lock National Assembly. Believe me, somebody among us will call Honorable Dino Melai. Dino, you know we are coming tomorrow. Okay, I'm giving you info. My account number is like this.
Exactly.
That is the problem. Then how can we fix these errors? How can you fix it? According to Oga Gurex, we have to hold the bull by the horn. And when did we hold it by the horn? When we ourselves are the one doing this evil to ourselves. And you don't care about what happens to the next person. All you care about is yourself and the penny they will give you. That's wrong. That's bad.
Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Can I just say something, please?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I don't
Please,
like
take me off the red.
I don't like to discuss Nigerian issue, but with what we started this morning, everybody has his own opinion based on the facts where you're viewing it from. Yeah, you could say that the youth are the problem. You might be right with your own narrative, but this is it. When you have a system that works, when your system works, when you impute 1 + 1 in a system that works, it will not give you error. That is the way I see Nigeria. Our systems are not working. And who is responsible for our systems that are not working? For me, is the government. And I will say this, and I will say it for free. A lot of atrocities that the youth commit now is still based on the fact that the system failed them. It's still based on the fact of bad governance. It's still based on the fact that we have bad, useless leaders that are governing us. There is no how you have a clean cup, you put a dirty water, and you expect to get a clean water a clean water out of that procedure. It is never done. You've been talking about when Buhari, when them Tinubu used to go out, used to protest. Those are when there is value for life. Do we have it now? No. Do we have it now? No. I don't want to go into, I don't want to talk about politics, but the Nigerian system is faulty. See, there is nothing you can talk. There is nothing you're going to say. A faulty system cannot produce a good product. It is never done. Whether you like it or yes, whether you continue praying from now till tomorrow, a system that is faulty, it is faulty. A system that is faulty, it is faulty. I put it to you when what's his name? David Mark, when he was the Senate president, they keep pumping money into electricity. But the Senate president was in charge of importing Minkano into the country. So how are we going to have light? How are we going to have light? Let me give you a quick example again. Federal government will release contract in Abuja. Probably they want to do social contract in a constituency, project in a constituency, and they will release a contract. Everybody will bid. But you know what? It is people within that system that gets the project, the contract at the end of the day. They will look for somebody to sell that contract to. Contracts, for example, you are supposed to build a 3-bedroom class in a larger community. It's a riverine area. Definitely the topography of the place will be different. You understand? Now, the government will put, for example, 20 million. The person that collected that project is an house of us. I mean, it belongs to National Assembly. He will look for a contractor that is going to sell that thing with. Don't forget that the QS, the people that prepared that bill, used a particular variation for this project. But let me cut the whole long story short. Before it gets down to the person that will execute this project, the people in this power have cut down almost 18% from what the person will use. At the end of the day, the contractor gets to the site, and you will see an House of Rep member telling the contractor that if you don't bring my own settlement, you can't start a project. So are you telling me that that's Nigerian youth? So the problem of our country is so peculiar that if the system is not corrected, no matter who you put there, I'm telling you, the system will not change. We need to have a working system. What does the other country have? Even let's take UK as an example. What natural resources UK had? I don't think they have. They just live their life on tax. God has blessed us tremendously with enough natural resources. What happened? In Ondo State, they say Ondo State has the largest deposit of bitumen. And yet, the Ondo State still dwelling in bad road. Between Ondo and Ekiti is kidnappers' den. They can sort it out. And you have House of Assembly that keeps going to the chamber. What are they going to discuss? Padding budgets. Everybody wants to be blowing siren up and down. So for me, if our government gets it right, the citizen will get it right. Don't forget, when Buhari was the head of state, there's this war against why program then. They don't burn you well now. You are king. The country was clean and neat. What do we have now? Because then they had a system that was working. You can't disobey. The system is working. The moment you disobey, the law enforcement agency that is required to take up that penalty, they are there working diligently. But what do we have now? Like what Oluomo just said, you pass the wrong way, police will catch you. In fact, they will be happy. What are they supposed to do? There's what you are supposed to, if they are going to fine you, if they are going to charge you, that's what they should do. You know, you beat traffic, camera gets your plate number, the next day you will get your mail will come to your doorstep and they will deliver it. And they no burn you and make you no pay the fine. But what we have in our country, the police, inside that police station, another set of police will be coming. Oh boy, you stay there. You know, go do as your people, they do, make you come out. Sit down for there. They will be the one advising you again. So it is sad. I am going to say this, yeah? The problem of this country is the government. And I will keep saying it. It's not the people. Let government do the right thing. Let government make the system work. If the system is not working, there is no how people can work. You call Nigerian youths lazy, but when these youths get abroad, they don't get themselves lazy. They get the best of the best of the best award internationally. But these are the same set of youths that you are calling lazy. How come the system in abroad is favoring them to making them perform excellently well? And the system here at home is just destroying their future. So when we talk about this whole thing, I don't really want to get okay. Let's come back to the foundation of this whole topic: justice for Mohbad. Now, the police are the government in this case. Now, you read the report police gave out. He bled profusely. Abi? And they asked the wife, the wife said it's a minor this thing. This one said it's minor. Where did bleed profusely come across? The police said that the CCTV was not working. Did the police even make a further step to even investigate who installed, the company that installed that CCTV, and ask them at the point of installation, was this thing working? Did the police make this thing? They did not. Now, the same Nigerian system that we are talking about in justice for mohbad, I'm telling you, is it the youth that went to off generator in the corona inquest? Or is the youth that told the magistrate that the magistrate knew that for the past 6 weeks ago, they've actually written that by 2 generators should be off? Now, is it the youth that told the magistrate to start hearing by past 1? When you know that this matter is a matter of international interest. Is it the youth? Small thing, we are quick to talk about this youth. Youth have no problem here. And this is how I see it. The same youth you're complaining of, take this excellent youth, take them abroad. They will help.
Talking about abroad, they are doing excellently well.
Wait,
What
now,
is
wait,
their
hold on.
reputation abroad?
Please don't
What
interject
our
me.
reputation abroad?
Please now,
I
don't
am part of
interject
this
me
youth.
now. Don't
I'm asking
interject
you,
me.
what our
Please
reputation abroad?
now, I beg you, don't just, let me just finish. I will drop, please.
I'm interjecting you because you are doing it as if they are still the best out there.
Please now, I just beg you.
Aminka, please let him talk, please. He's actually pouring out his mind, please. Let him talk.
So this is what I'm saying. This same lazy youth you are calling lazy. Your government, how many employment opportunity has the government done in the last 8 years? And you're calling people lazy. You go to ministries, what do they do there? You will be sad. Now somebody will clean the streets, will be sweeping the street, the main road. You pay that person 10,000 naira for 30 days. Waiting you won't buy. These people, they have children at home, they have family. The minimum wage you are talking about, how much is it? 30,000 naira. What is the cost of living now? Fuel has gone up. Everything has gone up. Every prices have increased. Minimum wage is yet to increase. And you want these people, I don't understand us. It's my own point. This is my opinion. The government has done worse to the Nigerian citizens than ever.
Daddy York, sorry, no verse. So I will interject everybody. I know I'm just coming, but more than no verse. I beg. I have to rush somewhere. I asked a question on the comment section and no one was answering. That's why I requested Lenchi to bring me up. Please, I beg. I don't usually do this. I'm so sorry, but just because I need to leave. I came because I saw Lenchi online. I said, let me come up. And his topic there was saying the nurse is available. Please, Brother Lenchi, how is the nurse available when we did not hear anything from the nurse? Yesterday was the corona inquest. The first day was the corona inquest. Please, can you throw lights up to that? Maybe you've done it already before I came, but maybe I missed that. Please.
Your digress, just continue because I would like to add up to what you're saying.
Sorry?
Okay. Mommy Idris, Lenchi will respond to that. Let me just finish my line of thought, please.
I'll be on comment section then. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that question. I'm sure he's going to respond to it. So as we were saying, now the system that is corrupt cannot produce a good environment. Not at all. We can see what our National Assembly is doing on national TV. How many times the Senate President has said we have sent some token when people are suffering? They kidnapped some students in Kaduna. And our president is commissioning what's it called? So it's just so sad. But I'm sure that when you give this youth that you're calling lazy, give them an eliminate environment, let them function, and you'll be shocked. There's a doctor, Olutoye. Dr. Olutoye is in US based. He had an operation of a surgery, brought out the baby, and returned it back into the womb. Successfully. He's from Ondo State, in Idoani, in Ondo State. Those are part of the youths that are doing excellently well. So I don't like when I hear that narrative that youth are lazy. The Buhari that said that in his 8 years as a president of this nation, what is the good, meaningful thing he did to impact in the life of the youth? What are the industries that was created to even gainfully employ these youths that you call lazy? The same youth you call lazy, the same youth some other country are celebrating. The same youth, they are getting award. The same youth goes to school internationally and they badge them with awards. And you call them lazy here. When you're supposed to call your government, your system, that your system is corrupt and your system is lazy. And that is what is playing out in this mohbad case. Because that's why we are here. Mohbad died September. He died in the house. Just because somebody knows somebody in the government, the case has turned something else. Just because somebody knows somebody in the government, they started playing drafts with the game. Corona closed on Prime Boy. The last thing we had before this March 20 was, okay, invite Prime Boy in the next Corona. Now they made a prayer, they invited Prime Spending and others. I was thinking that the magistrate will open her file and continue from where she stopped. So they brought in Spending, and that one acted drama, and it's still 15. And she's telling us that she's going on leave. Please, is it the same youth? I be the government. Is it the same youth? I be the government. The government has done the youth. They've masterminded the mentality of Nigerian youth in Nigeria. And that's the fact. You're saying you're talking about Yahoo boys, Yahoo boys, Yahoo boys. I don't support it. You are talking about dreadlock. You can decide to have dread on your hair. That should not be a crime. But you that did not have dreadlock, have a good car and see how the police will harass you. So it's not about the youth. It's about Nigerian system, OT decay. Look at the election processes that brought them in. All filled with what? In the same country. Is it not the same country? We heard that 9 is greater than 19. Is it the youth? If we continue talking, we'll just miss everything up. But the only thing that will get right, let me tell you what they did. They've created a whole lot of fear. When them Tinubu used to come out and protest, and the protest will have meaning at the end of the day, those days has gone. Those days are gone. Go and check National Assembly, House of Rep, Executive. None of their children is in this country. When they sick, they rush them to teleport them abroad to go and treat. But the same you and me that lacks what's it called? We don't have good education. We don't have good roads. We don't have bad economic system. Inside, you are still struggling to feed. Is it you that wants to go and stay under the sun? for how many hours and saying that you want to fight government? The government that doesn't even respect your life. That they will come and do what they did in NSAS, and they will still come out and say no life was lost. They didn't kill anybody. And we'll see them sending condolence message later. Are we joking? It is well. Let me just stop, Jerry.
Hello, Mr. Gressy. I just need to make a short contribution. Good morning, everybody. From the very onset, after independence, Nigeria started degenerating the system. The truth remains that plus the youth, plus our elder contributed to the problem of Nigeria, because it is not in the 80s Nigeria started getting this to this level. It has been there after the white people left, even before, because they were the one that really created avenue for all this corruption. You get the Awozo, the Abiolazo, the foundation was just so wrong, because everybody was just about getting the money first. Civil service, it was not running then. I could remember while I was young, the corruption in civil service started. Like some people, there's this fear, like if I'm getting to my retirement age, when I I've had nothing, there's no house, let me just steal before my retirement age. I need to build probably a bungalow somewhere. So some people started stealing early in their career. They got that money to buy land and build bungalow. Oh, bungalow is not enough. I need to build flat, maybe 4 flats. So it got to a point, people started stealing what they can't even spend till their 4 generations. You get it? So there's one thing I really want to talk about. I think it has to do with education. We have a system in Nigeria, and it is the people that are not making the system work. We compromise our position. Education should be the solution of our problem now. Education, proper one. And teachers, anybody that has to deal with human being has to have like a check, like a record. If you have that record, if there's any safeguarding issue, if it's in the record, nobody will employ you. So that there's a consequence for every action you take. That is the only reason why people are doing well in abroad. It's not like you see so many Nigerians doing the wrong thing. You get, but when they get abroad, there is a system that check. Once you do a wrong thing, it's on your record. So there's nothing like you are going somewhere to beg anybody, probably, or beg somebody that knows your guy, or beg one pastor that knows your guy, beg one babalawo that knows your guy. You get, those are our problem from the very onset. And I also think from our childhood, the informal education that we'll get, that is when they teach that fear. It is not about government. Let's be sincere. There was a time Tinubu parents were not rich. Most of the politicians that we have now, their parents were stark illiterates. They were not rich. But it was that system. I think during the colonial era, they were teaching us. We had good school then. All of a sudden, everybody wanted money. You see teachers selling stuffs in school, teachers having their private school, doctors are practicing in a private thing. It is because of the money that everybody is looking for. People's research, copy from Google, do it as their project, collect money from government, the same resources that we have that is not even enough. Some lecturers will get money for research. They will even travel probably go and do this research in the US. So they will go to that US, just stay in one hotel, go and be visiting their this thing. Instead of doing all this, we have to have a system whereby everybody knows that once you are doing something, there is, if you compromise your position, probably you lose your job or you go to jail. And we also, if the primary, secondary and nursery education can be compulsory and we have a sound this thing, subeb should do their own supervision, principals should do his or her supervision, teachers to teach the children. You get, there won't be a problem. Like, if everybody gets the proper education and the right education, sorry, okay, if everybody gets the right education, it's gonna be, the bricklayer will be educated, the police officers that we have in Nigeria, most of them will have at least the basic education. You get, it's not like go and forge what's it called WAEC certificate to join police. So people will know that this is right, this is wrong. The quality of education that we get will determine how people will reason. If you look at Nigeria now, most of the private schools that we have, 98% of private schools that we have are not standard. That is why you always have safeguarding issues with people. That is why you always have teachers molesting students. And they will go away with it. They will do away with it. Nothing is happening. We need to tell ourselves the truth. It is not only the older generation, even the younger one. They were young at a point in their life. The corruption started during that time till date. Most of our if we get the educational system right, you get, forget the teachers that are there now, register everybody on like a background check. You get, if you know that you do this thing,
there's something you are forgetting. 1477, you are forgetting something. When Tinubu, when they were going to school, they had free educations. Almost all our leaders that are ruling us now, they enjoyed free education. Now, what is the cost? And let's look at it this way. An average family in Nigeria has 3 children. Do you know the cost implication of sending 3 children to a good school in Nigeria? What is the parents? What are they earning? Okay, let's base it on a civil servant level.
My brother, let me just say something there, please. I'm very sorry to see, my brother. It is the government that owns the children. You get. See, there are ways we do things. If the responsibility of the government, like if you are not doing anything, even if there is a safeguarding issue with your children at home, that is the more reason why you see that abroad people go to jail for beating their children. They collect children from people. If you know that many people abroad, aside from our people that got into the system early, that feel like probably they want to get money for children, you get, if you come into this country and probably you are doing right, you don't want to have 5 children, you just have one, because you know that you have to do school runs before the child gets to 13 years old. There are things, it is your responsibility. So should anything go wrong, you won't bring children to this world anyhow. You get it. Safeguarding must be there in Nigeria. We should have a background check. We should have a background check that once you do something, you have consequence. All those things are there, but people are just, my brother, mohbad case now, if it were to be abroad now, if everybody feels like something happened, you want to cover anybody now. This mohbad case now that we are deliberating on, do you know that some people are just supporting mohbad because they feel that, okay, my own opinion is right, and because this person is my enemy, I have to take the opposite side. That is the kind of society that we find ourselves, and it's because we don't have the proper education. if you have 3 children in Nigeria now, and those 3 children are going to school, they are being fed in school, you get it, at least it remove so many body from you. If you remove the money we spend on school fees in Nigeria, at least you'll be able to enjoy your salary. It is not if you check the wages in the world, Nigeria is not the lowest earning country. There are still so many countries that their wages is far lower than Nigeria. You can Google and check fact it. But when it comes to the fact that people want to get the quality education, and the kind of education that we get in private school is nonsense in Nigeria, because there is no space for children to play. There's no space for children to interact. There's no where you are now, from nursery school is when the teachers will start assessing your children. Probably if this one is not, if he's not playing with other children in school, probably he has ADHD. You know, they'll start seeing that. But we don't have that kind of thing. There are so many people on the internet.
1477. You are talking about a system that is working now, my brother. You are talking about a system that is working. Nigeria, I'm telling you, everything you've said now.
My brother, in the UK, during the in the 90s, it was not like this. Go and check most of the laws. People came together to like, we can't continue like this. Go and check. Not like in the 80s, it was like this. People came together. Go and check most of the laws they enact.
Brother, you are still not getting me. Everything you said, I summarized it, and I draw my own summary from what you said. Whether you point hands to this, whether the safeguarding issue, whether not safeguarding, it has to do with the government of the day. Simple. If the government has not put any measures right thing there, you are not going to see when your input is negative, your output can never be positive.
Bros, we are all government. We are all government. Where you are now, you say those Oyibo they talk too much. If you give one Oyibo one information, and the Oyibo knows that information will affect your place of work, is going to report the case. But in Nigeria, you just feel that nothing concerns me. It is everybody. It is not you. Government, you are in your place of work. You are government. You have a team leader that you report any case to. But us, we just feel like it's somebody above. We carry one person on our head, like because it is this person that is Oga. It is this person that is Oga. He has to be the boss. And you've forgotten that there's what they call lack of supervision. Your guy is meant to supervise you. Should anything go wrong, your guy is also in problem. So
what's the solution, sir? What is the solution? That's what we want to know.
The solution is that we should do away from the fact that blaming people. Let's blame ourselves first. With the older generation, with the other we are all victims of the circumstance.
Accepted, sir. What do we do now?
That's what they're asking you.
That is what I've said. We should blame ourselves and we should look for a way forward. Probably call ourselves together. Let us know the model that we want to take. If it's
on what platform, sir? Where are you at this moment? In Nigeria or in the diaspora?
I'm in Nigeria.
Where are you, sir? Where can we meet? Where can you have a forum in Nigeria so that you can begin to talk about the educational system? I'm sorry to interject, because I know that York Daddy has poured out his mind this morning. And you are saying something very wonderful, sir. Honestly, I respect you. You are saying that the blame is not only for the youth, it's not only for the elder, it is for everybody. We are all culpable. I accept. But there's something that I'm asking now. See, we have spoken. See, let me quickly say something before I move on to what the solution should be. York Daddy, yes, I know that people who are actually trained by elders and are exhibiting such character. When I mentioned the aspect of Yahoo boy, and I talked about dreadlock. Sherry, it is not to kind of castigate people that are wearing dreadlock. After all, women also, they do dread to sustain themselves. But what I'm saying is pé tó bá tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ pé olè yahoo yẹn ló gbà níṣẹ́, don't begin to identify yourself as one, because eventually the moment they see you like that, they begin to conclude on you that that is what you are. Your intelligence is forgotten. That's why I use that as an example. I am saying pé mi ò sọ pé yahoo is a good thing, and I'm not saying it is bad, because it depends on the people and their mindset. But the thing is, ìwọ náà má wá lọ gbé sójú. Gbogbo ajá ló ń jẹ̀gbẹ́ now. Do you understand? So I mean, they put it that way. But the thing is, you have to be able to defend certain things. Nigerian police, I know you mentioned it in one of your words that, oh, people that are even neatly dressed, police will harass them. Do you understand? Yes, we can see it. That is because the entire system is corrupt. But now, I now come back to all this that you are saying. You have addressed so many things. We take it the educational system is corrupt. The standard of living is not where to be found. And I already told you that, okay, the God aspect is that if we cannot carry sword, elders. I'm talking about people in governments that are actually not leading us. We can use the aspect of prayer, accepted. But what is the solution now? What do we do? How do you guys protest? Is it going to the National Assembly, or is it coming on the national television to come and speak that, okay, we know that there is corruption in the system. This is what we want to do. It is you youths that we will depend on. Is there a database? Do we have a working database in Nigeria? Do we have the knowledge of the internet beyond what we are seeing on TikTok or whatsoever? How can it be that you can postulate a theory that we have to be doing election right in our house, so that we will choose those who we want, and not people who will come and use MC Oluomo to come and be threatening people to you saw what happened in Lagos, that some talks, they are saying that you cannot vote in this place, so you cannot vote. Let me tell you, we said it on my platform, that if you go out to go and protest, it's not protesting, it is going to make your voices known. Say you youth, you can make your voice known, and you have channels to do that. You have them everywhere. Okay, like what Yinka Ade said, that Buhari has a station, Tongboti Kinse the regular. Who built it? Is it not Nigeria? So if you two can build and you make it a youth where you say the Nigerian system is corrupt, we want the education system, and everybody is hearing. Continually, as you begin to say it, it will begin to work little by little. So that's why I say, what is the solution? I can sorrow.
Mommy,
yes, sir. Yes, sir, please.
I was driving.
Okay.
I've never been to this platform before. Mo drive mo láti park in it, because ó máa ń dùn mí tí bá ń gbọ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ Naija ń pé Nigeria, the way people talk about Nigeria. Somebody talked about generator, probably Senate kini lo jẹ generator. Mo disagree totally. Everybody, if you are in Nigeria, any position that you hold, tó bá lè ṣiṣẹ́ bí ó jẹ́ kó ṣe ṣiṣẹ́, everybody bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ń ṣiṣẹ́ bóyá kó ṣe ṣiṣẹ́, ìlú máa dá. They were budget for electricity ní Nigeria. There's nowhere in the world tí wọ́n ti ń lo generator. Even in the US, wọ́n lò fún of each generator from the onset. Ó ní bó ṣe oníṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe. But kò ń ṣe politician tó jẹ́ kíní ló sọ pé kí iná máa wà. Ẹni tó wà in position láti ṣe nǹkan yẹn ni kò ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà London, tẹ́ bá wọ train or any public transport, wọ́n á sọ fún yín pé if you see it, say it. Ṣó yé yín? If you don't report things, I'm not saying Nigerian police is corrupt. Nigerian army is corrupt. But Nigerian police, some of them are being sacked. If you report cases, we don't report cases. Amari Yahoo boy, Kalati report Yahoo boy. Láti 19, ìgbà tí Yahoo bẹ̀rẹ̀. Tàbá Kalati report wọn ni, at least sanity díẹ̀ máa wà. wọ́n máa mọ̀ pé consequence action wọn yìí. Even Yahoo yẹn, some people are saying that ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà, it's a lie.
ṣé mọ̀ pé adájọ́ tó dájọ́ fún Timothy àmì fún Adédoyin wípé kán lọ hang ẹ̀, ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti yọ níṣẹ́? So who are you going to report to?
Mama, I don't think this guy is in Nigeria. Mama, boy, no. What are you saying?
Oh my God.
What are you saying? What are you report to who? You want to report Yahoo boy to who?
Brother, if you there's this guy, mo fẹ́ rántí orúkọ ẹ̀. Tí ọmọ àtọ́bà tí ọlọ́pàá bá gbó ẹni sùúrù save Nigeria tower, please let's just don't let us add sentiment to this, please. My people, there's this guy Delta State ló wà tí wọ́n bá gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó bá gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó bá bọ̀bọ́ yẹn máa ń report wọn ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa ń rìn on social media tí ó yẹ pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá míì wọ́n ń sáàkì wọn ẹ ti rí ọlọ́pàá tí ó yẹ pé ó na Nigerians tí ó yẹ pé ó come up sí social media, people reported it, wọ́n sáàkì wọn, at least ọlọ́pàá tó ti sáàkì tí wọ́n tó lose iṣẹ́ last year Nigeria kò ojú 10 lọ nínú pé wọ́n report wọn. If we don't report it, if you are acting that you know there's nothing will happen, something is happening. Tí ẹ bá dé dúró airport ó fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ, if you report the case, there's hospital, every hospital in Nigeria, if you go there, àwọn ballot wà ń bẹ̀, secret ballot tó máa kọ́ nǹkan sí tó máa, people don't do those things. How do you expect somebody in government to know that these things are wrong? They don't see it because we don't report it. You can't expect somebody to know what is on your mind.
Too far.
If you don't say your
don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Outside.
My brother.
Report. To bury Yahoo person or Yahoo person don't report Lenny. Òun ló máa di kidnapper lọ́la.
My brother, calm down. Calm down. Don't go too far. Hold on.
Ẹ tó ṣe nǹkan burúkú tẹ́ bá report. Òun ló máa di nǹkan lọ́la now.
1477. Hold on. Don't go too far. How many petitions did Mohbad write when he was alive?
Bye.
Gbogbo ìtọ́kọ lórí social media kò tí ì tó kọ́lọ́pàá lọ gbé, or it was not in the petition ṣé wọ́n gbé.
I'm telling you how we got to this point.
How many petitions did just answer me? How many petitions did Mohbad wrote to the Nigerian police?
Competition. Bad competition.
How many? Wait. Calm down now. Ní sùúrù.
Látòrí pé òkè o bí wọ́n ṣe ẹni tó ṣe petition yẹn lọ́wọ́ yẹn wọ́kọ́ face.
Ní sùúrù. Just there's a point. Hold on.
Wọ́n á mọ̀ pé òkè o àwọn bí kò ṣe rí o. Now wọ́n nominate àwọn kan tó máa take tó wà in charge. We are getting some things wrong.
I'm going somewhere
social media, but more conventional point.
Can you?
They nominate. Okay,
bros, can you just
listen? If you are
listen?
pointing at somebody, the next person will know that
can you
if
just
I
listen?
do something wrong,
Bros,
I will go down.
Please.
Could ever lose the share?
Hold on.
So we should start reporting cases.
Hold on.
That is my submission. Thank you.
Hold on. No, hold on. Just don't mute. I just want to take you somewhere. How many petitions ni Mohbad kọ nígbà tó wà láyé? 1477. How many petitions did Mohbad wrote when he was alive? Oh, damn it, Lomo.
Brother, so I was on Bluetooth. I'm sorry, I was on Bluetooth. I didn't reception a bit more wilder. See, brother, one down on petition Mohbad.
Oh, okay, hold on. There's a place I'm going to. Just calm down. You've answered me. Report one down. See, okay. Petition Meloni Wumi kọ against Prime Boy. Tó fi rearrest ẹ.
Hello?
Petition Meloni Wumi kọ against Prime Boy. Tó fi rearrest Prime Boy. Níjọ́ tó rearrest ẹ.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Since you don't know, let me just say this so that for the sake of we that we are listening, and I will come back to the solution that I think that can make our country a better country.
God bless you. That one is what we are waiting for.
Now, Mohbad wrote series of petition. It was not attended to. Wumi wrote just one petition against Prime Boy. They rearrested him. Who was backing Wumi? Who was backing Wumi? Who was giving the police authority? That means there is
Young
preferential.
Daddy, it was not Wumi that wrote. It is Oba Elegushi that wrote on Wumi's
Oh
behalf
God!
now.
Oh God!
Abi Young Daddy.
Now, my own take. My take is this, and this is when I look at the whole system, yeah, it is difficult. I will still come back to Mommy Rich Grace submission that if this country wants to be a better country, it's in the hands of our so-called powerful leaders. And this is the point. First of all, that central power in Abuja is not helping our dear country. For one National Assembly member in a month, how many millions is allotted to them just in a month? And you have over 400 National Assembly that Nigerian is trying to feed. What's the salary of a senator? What is the salary of a National Assembly? How many times the senator sits in a day? The civil servants that go to work Mondays to Friday, what is their allowances? Now, if Nigeria wants to get better, first of all, they have to decentralize power. They have to make that Abuja, they have to make that National Assembly like a civil servant. Let senator be earning level 15, what level 15 officer is earning. Let them be earning 220,000 monthly. Everything will be solved. Now, then we'll go back to regional system. Northern region, Western region. When we successfully do that, the power in Abuja has reduced. So, Northern also will face North. They will develop their region. Not that the one that they are using Niger Delta or petroleum crude oil to be developing other region. No. If you're taking groundnut in your side, is that groundnut you're generating monthly that you'll be using to be beautifying your state? Let us decentralize power. Now, how can we achieve that? There has been a lot of reform. They've had brilliant people. Nigeria, God bless Nigeria with intellectuals. They've discussed way forward. The leaders, they have the papers with them if they want to make it right. But because of greed, they will never go that route. That is why I said my last submission will come back to Rich Grace. Because even the solution to our country, they have it, but they are not doing it. That's why God one day will deliver us. That is my own prayer. I rest my case.
Young Daddy, wait, please. Now, there's something you have said. When the Englishman says pen is mightier than sword, the Englishman is not saying the wrong thing at all. Do you understand? They are not saying anything wrong at all. I already said it. I wish that what's his name now that left relevance.
One boy.
Okay, I wish relevance so we will not hear. See, the aspect is not going to be God and the action that you guys will take. Okay, now, everybody, Japa, where you are going, where people are, Henry Ogbon, you are seeing a lot of knowledge there. Begin to write it down. Begin to write it down. Begin to note it down. And at the end of the day, it will come together. I gave an example one time. I said that, okay, for we that are adults, that are elders. When I say elders, I said by June, I'll be 57. So definitely, if I work in government, I should be packing my load and thinking that by 60, I'll be retiring, isn't it? So now, the thing is, you are writing, if I buy an Android device, definitely I will not be able to manipulate it. I have to call on a youth to come and lead me, to come and teach me some features. I'm even thinking, Shebi, I'm on live stream now. I'm saying that one day I'm going to call Aish. All of you know Aish is a son to me, not my biological. I met him in the course of that. But why call me near one canto be? What is on this simple TikTok? Oh, it is because we elders, we rely on the strength and the knowledge of the youth, because that's the reason why we say that you guys should go to school and get more education than us, so that at least as time is rolling in, you'll be able to teach us as the world is evolving, because the world is evolving. Thank God for my parents that sent me to school, that I'm able to flow. A lot of people want to talk my age because they don't have the ability and the education. That's why they are not here. But the education that I have is not as yours, your daddy. It's not as Anyikade and all the other people that are on, even in the comment section. I've been responding to Ashake 70 since because of what that person is saying. Yet, yes, we rely on the knowledge of the youth now. One peti inobaku afieru boju. Do you understand? So the knowledge that you have gathered, ẹ máa kọ́lẹ̀, àwa àgbàlagbà máa kú dànù, àwọn tó wà ní government wọ́n máa kú kú òjijì. It is not, see, I know what I'm saying. Wọ́n kú. It is God that will kill them, because if we are no longer useful in the course of impacting knowledge, then God will take us away. David did not die. He has not died when Solomon started reigning. Because he has done his own bit and is lying down, and Solomon took over, and God endued him with knowledge. So we may not die, but then God will put us backward so that you guys can take up. So when you now take off on governance, what will you be starting by? Because the entire body is already rotten and corrupt. The one that 1477 is saying that there will be change, it is not by mouth. You have to come together. God made it easy in Nigeria. See how people got independence. Some people were fighting war. Our own people, they got it round table, drinking coffee and tea. So that's why we also believe that when it comes to you youth taking over, but I'm begging you, begin to put up the whatever. If you tell Jack policy, go and see what they are doing that is different, and be writing it down. Because very, very soon, it is this issue of mohbad that makes me to know that very soon there is going to be the change that we are desiring, so that you can come and do a complete overhaul. Okay, see what you are talking now about geopolitical zone and whatever thing. It is not us falling into division that will cause it, but the knowledge that you have brought about. Our Agba, yeah, we do not have anything. But okay, Agbe phone no one thing and wo. What I will do with the phone is different from what you will do. What Bola Tinubu will do with the phone is different. Do you understand? But you won't do that. So please, and come together, begin to deliberate underneath. Emashe, wherever you can meet, gather, begin to gather and begin to make your knowledge, rub mind. Eventually, you will come to the limelight. And then you will be able to build a better Nigeria. That's just what. So God will support you all.
Hello, ma. I just want to chip in something, ma.
Yes, sir.
Firstly, Iluwa Tori Bai, the first thing I said the other time was that we need to tell ourselves the truth. Till Luba Mada, so many people Majaya. Firstly, by the way we do business in Nigeria, kò sí ìlú tó máa ṣe business náà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ó máa wà successful. And gbogbo wọn nǹkan tí ìlú tó dá ó ti jẹ́ kí àwọn iṣẹ́ kan wà ní Nàìjíríà tó yẹ pé iṣẹ́ tó ń create iṣẹ́ tó yẹ pé kò wà sustainable ni. You get you go to Apapa now, ẹ kàn máa rí àwọn èèyàn tó pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Ìmí àsán pé òun clearing agent, you get clearing agent tó l'office, you understand. if you look at our people now, we are plus the youth, plus the younger generation, mindset wa basenche business. Ibiti York Daddy wa NC. I'm sorry to just mention your name. I'm so sorry about that. Mo kàn fẹ́ point example ni. You see Nigerians, owó wa, àwọn èèyàn máa kó lọ síbẹ̀ ń pé okay, àwọn fẹ́ ra tòkun, àwọn fẹ́ ra mọ́tò tó tí insurance company bẹ̀.
I dey Nigeria now. Wetin dey mean? Wetin mean by everything?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you're in the UK or US. Sorry.
Call yourself York Daddy. Bóyá rò pé New York Daddy ni.
Okay, I thought. Okay,
you
sorry.
are just
The
a
York
visitor
I
to
saw.
Nigeria. You are a
I'm so
visitor
sorry
to Nigeria.
about that, but I'm trying to make a point. Please, I'm very sorry.
Mr. Lecter, don't apologize to him. He's a New York person. He only came to visit Nigeria.
Okay,
Just
so
am I lying? You are not a Nigerian for now. You are a New York.
so until we need reorientation. Get. I need the reorientation. Ìgbà tí mo wà ní kékeré, mo máa àwọn fíìmù tó máa ń ṣe ń gbà yẹn. Gbogbo sector Naija ló ti bàjẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn principled people. Ìgbà tí mò ń dàgbà, mo àwọn principled people díẹ̀ ṣì wà. At least mo rántí bàbá kan ládùúgbò mi. Ìgbà tó dé jẹ́ tenant ní ládùúgbò mi ò bọ̀ ìgbà tó jẹ́ òun ló fi ṣe chairman landlord association àbí kí ló ti ń pè later because of impact and gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe. Firstly, ìgbà tí mo wà kékeré a máa ń wọ̀ wọ́n fíìmù tó yẹ pé George máa wà ọmọ ẹ̀ máa jalè. Àwọn fíìmù tá a máa ń wò kékeré nìyẹn gbà yẹn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa jalè tọmọ ẹ̀ bá máa jalè òun ló máa fẹ́ dájọ́ get wọ́n máa pressure ẹ̀ mi ò mọ̀ bí so many people wo àwọn movie yẹn gbà yẹn tó yẹ pé George yẹn máa wà position nípa òun láti dájọ́ yẹn bóyá ẹjọ́ yẹn ṣe bóyá kó ṣe rí tíyàwó máa lọ máa bá àwọn pastor tó máa lọ bá kínní àwọn movie tá à ń wò nìyẹn wọ́n kọ́ wa pé consequence máa ń wà nínú gbogbo action tí a máa ń ṣe kínní. The problem tá a face sí ni pé people that have made money could be hard way could be this thing even a criminal ó lè ẹni tó fẹ́ jalè ń sìn ó lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yìnbọn pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá kó yìnbọn kó tó wà successful ó dẹ̀ lè lọ kó má ṣe kínní. Those people are the one controlling our economy now. Get and the few principled people tó wà ń gbà yẹn population wọn ti reduce. Nǹkan tí mo yẹ sọ fún wa pé gbogbo láti blame ra wá sí pé okay o victim circumstance ni wá o but ẹ jẹ́ a ṣe nǹkan tá máa fi jẹ́ kí ìlú yìí lọ síwájú. Average Nigerian pẹ̀lú ètò benefit nínú system pẹ̀lú ètò benefit ẹni tó wà ní local government ń sìn ó máa bú Abuja ẹni tó wà ní state government òun tó wà nínú kìnìún á máa bá Abuja ẹni tó wà ní kí ló ti ń pè Abuja náà á máa sọ pé eléyìí. So we are pointing accusing fingers on each other. Tẹ́ bá wo economy wa business táwọn èèyàn ń ṣe wọn ò ṣe business tó yẹ pé ó máa wà fún 200 years. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí supermarket nsìn ẹ máa rí àwọn company kan àwọn tẹ́ bá rí àwọn milk ẹ máa rí àwọn nǹkan maybe dairy product ẹ máa rí mi 18 something 19 something ó ti di generational wealth. But our own we want to do business like tí bá invest 1,000 nsìn okay jẹ́ sáré lọ mo ní 10 million nsìn jẹ́ sáré lọ gbé mọ́tò láti Amẹ́ríkà mọ́tò tó yẹ pé kò wà motorable mọ́ máa gbé wọlé and deplete foreign reserve wa firstly. Secondly mọ́tò yẹn kò yẹ kó wà lọ́nà purchasing power wa ó ti reduce. Ìgbà tí mo wà kékeré popsi mi pojo ló ń tà mo grow up láti mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn ra mọ́tò tuntun 504 505 4 something get even pojo táwọn ìjàpá tó ń rà gan ìjàpá tuntun ni àwọn companies wà. But at a point in our life people started importation ta fi ń parí owó àfi ń bà nǹkan jẹ́ ni. Àwọn èèyàn máa ń make excuse pé iná everything ò ń ṣe ná model nǹkan tá lè fi túlù wa ṣe ló yẹ ká jókòó ló yẹ ká sọ àwọn tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ lecturers tó jẹ́ academia pẹ̀lú bí government ṣe bàjẹ́ we can't be pointing fingers to the politician alone. They are part of the problem. They are part of the problem too. Àwọn tó jẹ́ academia because tẹ́ bá lọ sí China and see China kò decide ni pé we will do this thing. Get wọ́n dẹ̀ choose one model ni pé one parent one child àbí mo ti gbàgbé policy wọn and gbogbo àwọn ògbé kí la lè ṣe they started doing reverse engineering. Ẹ wò wọ́n chalk wọn simple engine simple technology reverse engineering tẹ́ bá lọ sí China and see factory tí àwọn ọmọ Igbo ti lọ ràn kan China factory mi ò ju 1 bedroom flat lọ tó produce gbogbo agricultural machinery wọn ẹ máa rí pé simple kìíní ni ìmí wà reverse engineering wọ́n ṣe tó excuse wọn but Nigeria now ẹ jẹ́ má máa dìgbà wá pé Nigeria ń pé wọ́n ṣe gidi o kò sílùú tí anybody tó bá ti kúrò ní comfort zone ẹ̀ ni o àwọn ọmọ Kútọ́nù àwọn ọmọ Togo àwọn ọmọ Burkina Faso mọ́tò labour ní Nigeria sí wọn lọ ń ṣe o don't forget that you want to build a house